A little behind the scenes when we're doing spells, why I use certain colors. So usually the colors would correspond with whatever entity, archangel that you're working with. Different colors mean different things. I'll go through a few of these colors with you now. We'll start with red. So the red is to do with love and passion. Red also features heavily in anything to do with spells repelling envy, all those sorts of things. So you can also use pink, and this is usually to do with love in terms of friendships, in bringing people together, in really expanding that sense of unity and community. Then we'll go to health, which is green. Green corresponds with good health. You'll probably see this if you've done work with Archangel Raphael, who's also represented by the color green, and he's the healer. When it comes to money and abundance, a lot of people think green because of, I guess, the currency in the US, but it's actually yellow and it represents gold. So anytime that you're asking for money, abundance, a raise when it comes to work, anything to do with money matters, yellow is the color to use. Then anything to do with justice, well-being, protection is blue, also represented by Archangel Michael, who is the angel of protection, law enforcement, anything to do with judicial decisions, use the blue color. Then we have a color that I use a lot. So this is to do with communication, okay? So when you're needing to have important conversations with someone, or you're needing your message to be heard, you're needing to listen, because communication is backwards and forwards, right? You use purple, and that is represented by Archangel Gabriel, the Archangel of communication. Now, white is used with peace. If you're asking on behalf of someone, if it's for yourself, when it comes to asking for peace, releasing anxiety, being in a beautiful state of peace and happiness, white is what we use. The other thing we use white for, it's a substitute for all the others. So let's say you have an important conversation coming up and you don't have purple, or you're feeling like you need protection and you don't have blue. You just use white. So white's a great substitute for everything else. That's the background to the spell, so why we use certain colors. There are other colors as well, and I'll usually bring those up when it's a specific spell or intention, but this gives you a bit of an idea of why we use these colors. If you have an issue, you need to ask for money or love or whatever it is, you just light the candle. It's as simple as that. You can light a candle, set your intention, and leave it there. You can use tea light candles as well. They don't have to be tapered candles. So that's the basics.